We put our faith in Blast Hard Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to yet another awesome, fantastic episode of Smiler Plays Street Fighter 2 Arcade Edition.
Yeah.
It's just in Ohio right now driving.
Yes.
I think he's really just bored.
Really, what we're doing is, that's Smiler in the car, and we're just sort of like following him to the Street Fighter tournament. We don't know who that guy with the machine gun on top of his car is, though honestly we probably should call the cops at this point.
No, he doesn't even realize that he's too late for Evo. It's honestly exactly how I picture like North Korea to be like in real life. Cars on fire at all times, guns firing.
I don't think they have enough cars to be on fire. By the way, did you hear about that thing that happened?
No.
Probably not.
North Korea, Cuba was trying to send missiles to North Korea under the guise of trying to get them fixed.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, because North
also
Korea is definitely
apparently they were
qualified to fix your
in
rockets.
sugar or something.
So
So
how
I
bad
can
the famine is over there.
imagine, like, I don't know, these huge rockets buried in sugar.
I don't think that's sugar, Smiler. I think they might have been lying about what that white powder was.
I don't know.
We are
I
talking
think
about
that's the absolute last thing that North Korea needs is a raging drug problem.
They already have that. They're living basically on Earth.
I can't imagine that they'd actually have the resources to produce drugs.
Well,
one of my favorite like weird activities of North Korean government is making counterfeit U.S. dollars.
This is true.
their North Korea makes their ambassadors try to sling drugs while they're wherever the hell they are.
One of my favorite North Korean facts is that they were trying to like dig these tunnels under South Korea, and the UN found out about them. So what they did was they just painted it black and said, "No, it's a coal mine." Like the thing was still wet and everything when the UN got there, and the UN just sort of looked at them and said, "Really?"
You thought we were? No, it's coal. You know, that's the coal right there on the side.
Liquid coal. We're really good at this.
Like wipes his finger on the side of it, licks it. He's like, "Yep, yeah, that's coal right there."
That's coal.
Coal.
Latex-based coal.
This mission, I have to escort some video journalists around to places, and it's basically Crazy Taxi. We're playing Crazy Taxi all this video.
Yeah. I always found it really weird how this guy is Swedish. Of all the nationalities, like, I don't know. I guess it kind of makes sense that, like, the world's biggest sociopath would technically be Swedish.
Well, yeah, he's also voiced by Peter Stormare, so it's perfect. They got, like, Peter Stormare to be a voice actor, so they're like, well, we gotta make someone Swedish.
They got him to be a voice actor while he was asleep.
That's why everything sounds so gruff. He's just barely awake and he's like, oh.
Yeah, like, in both the Mercenary games, he just sounds really, really tired.
It is.
Glad you finally made it.
That was how the contract negotiations went, as they got him while he was tired.
All of his lines were actually totally unscripted. They just, like, sort of waited for him to have a bad dream and recorded that.
It's very avant-garde, really. They gave him horse tranquilizers, waited for him to pass out, and then recorded the fever dream for their video game about North Korea. And it turned out to be just as insane as actual North Korea.
I don't know, North Korea's pretty nuts. Physics!
Yeah, you get to see my perfect driving in this video.
I love
Make a good time.
I love that
the sheer madness of North Korea is to go through that entire process.
This is basically the Vice Tours video series.
Yeah.
Remember that one time a crazy Japanese wrestling promoter, like, put forth a wrestling show in North Korea in front of, like, 300,000 held hostage North Koreans?
North Korea, that is not past North Korea's. I wouldn't be past it. They call me the crazy guys.
That happened.
Gotta take
Disguised
some
as a
video
civilian.
of, I don't know, this place.
Look at Scenic, this bombed out hellhole.
Scenic.
Well, it's an airport. Look at the helicopter.
He's like, oh man.
Who's
He's
this
not even
tall
like
drink of man
holding
next to you?
his,
Okay.
not even holding his camera up. Just has it pointed towards the ground.
It's because he's smuggling like 350 pounds of cocaine up his ass right now. Yeah, actually, the camera is the biggest formality of all of this. God knows what he's storing in there.
I have to go to Pyongyang again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reaction is, Smiley, you madman.
It's fine.
Oh,
Fine.
that worked out astoundingly better than I expected.
Oh, that's okay. I have a ride over here. This
Next to the fire.
This South Korean man is just shooting at whatever goes by him.
I was wondering if he was shooting the fire. Donate to the cause.
And that North Korean man is fighting back the only way he knows how, by driving into the jeep.
Fight fire with fire.
Fight fire.
Oh.
He was the driver, so he didn't have a gun.
Like, the journalist probably... If this was really Crazy Taxi, the journalist would have given you, like, a huge tip for bad average.
I was about to say, yeah. You would have been raking it in right there.
Yeah, you would be like,
I love how much effort they put into, like, making all of your, like, destinations really hard to get to with, like, just ridiculous roadblocks.
Up their presence in Pyongyang.
Like, oh, here's this firefight. Oh, the bus is tipped over. Yeah.
I like to imagine that, like, in Crazy Taxi, your guy's car has, like, tape, like the Offspring tape stuck in there.
Is that why?
It's that one Offspring.
It's just a really bad mixtape with Bad Religion and
Bad Religion and Offspring.
And he can't actually stop it. It just rewinds itself.
Look at that. It's stuck in there.
Yeah. It's like your CD changer broke, and that's all you got in there right now.
For some reason, I imagined it being like a retro car, and he has like an 8-track thing that's lodged it. It like melted in there one day.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. Oh, wait, I always use the rickshaw cheat, so I like to think that it's just BD Joe singing really loudly to himself.
Rickshaw cheat?
Oh yeah, if you triple click like the triggers with its character select screen, they'll just be running around in like a bicycle from a driven rickshaw.
Imagine how like delightful and terrifying it would be if you got into a rickshaw and the guy just started like immediately singing a really convincing version of the Offspring song with his mouth.
I would sing along personally. That's just me.
The only reason I would know the lyrics is because I'd heard it 10,000 times in Crazy Taxi.
I love the Offspring like completely unironically, so I have no excuse.
You like a lot of things completely unironically, so...
I don't like anything ironically. I have to like clarify that because people don't get it.
I don't know, I was following the Offspring up until after a
Is it okay for like the journalist to be riding around and like clearly a military?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just filming you. He's just like, this is the sociopath I'm riding around with. It's a sociopath.
This is actually Fear and Loathing in North Korea.
Sociopath guy.
It's Fear and Loathing in North Korea.
I hope he doesn't kill me. But he might. This place is crazy. I'm a journalist.
Your attorney, I advise you to beat that man over the head and put him into this helicopter.
It's like, come on. They just say journalist to themselves all the time.
You know, this desync isn't as bad as I thought it would be.
It's frankly astounding that the Pokemon can even voice their own names or are aware of their own names. It's dizzying.
To be fair, they probably don't know their own names. That we're just naming them based on what they say over and over.
Yeah, this would be like if we called all cows Woos and all dogs Barks.
Yeah, true. That would be a way better name for dogs.
To be fair, I think half the names of animals in Japan are literally just the sounds they make.
I think frogs are called like heroes, right?
Yeah.
So they named all their frogs after Sakura's stuffed animal companion.
Yes. Sure,
Strange decision.
Some anime thing. The only anime I watch is on Outer Heaven.
Her like flying companion was named Kiro, which is named Frog Ribbit in Japan.
We're supposed to be like watching a movie
Looks
about
like the Chinese
mercenary
have been
dudes.
keeping themselves busy.
No, I think they're good.
As well.
Let me tell you about my secret enemies.
Okay, I have what I need from you.
This is really like the worst mission in the game, probably. Like even the bad escort missions you get later on.
Yeah, they did knock it out of the park on this one.
Yeah.
No, this is exactly what it feels like driving a journalist around in a Humvee.
Nope.
Come on, that is a tiny
You
fence.
wrecked everything else in the game, and a waist-high fence stops you.
This is literally the one sin this game ever commits. Just, you can't drive over half the shit. The fences are just really bouncy and you can never go over them the first try.
Not to mention all the Asians. Just completely out of the blue.
But it's awesome.
Oh, I suppose this part's kind of interesting because, we're here. Like,
These facades are too eerie to
wait, I don't
pass.
remember if
Hold on while I
this
get
is
some
where it
shots.
happens or not.
It's a very cool thing.
Something ridiculous happens. Oh yeah, all of a sudden this building explodes and a bunch of, like,
Okay,
Humvees
I have what I
pop
need.
out of it.
Then the journalist died. The whole mission was done.
That used to happen to me a lot when I played this game when it first came out. Like, I couldn't get past this mission very often.
Oh boy.
And it's so long, you don't really want to do it after failing once, so yeah.
You just got back to UN, you're like, I don't know, you took a bunker bomb to the chest, I don't know how it happened.
I don't know
Honestly,
if
I
you
should be
have to
dead.
do this mission.
Well, I can just see the journalist like slowly dying before your eyes, and him just holding up his camera
Thanks,
saying,
driver.
"Make sure
I got some great
the
stuff
world
today. See ya.
knows." And so you like fucking upload it to YouTube, and it gets 10 hits.
You just upload it to YouTube with "I just died in your arms tonight" in the background.
Oh, look.
It's like a slideshow of like Supernatural, the TV show in the background.
It's like whatever I try.
So my favorite thing is whenever you run over a civilian, anyone in your car just bails out to shoot at you.
But yeah, they're like, "Holy shit, what is wrong with this guy?"
Oh, I can finally summon a helicopter, but it's one of the least fun ones to drive. It's just the transport chopper. And it's really expensive for what it is too.
Wait, Sprout, did you just lose the mission?
No,
Because he just ran away.
nah. I finished it a while ago. Like about a minute ago.
So you've just been holding him hostage in North Korea?
No.
These guys he's holding hostage, though. Those are his guys now.
Yeah. They're my bros.
Well, it's more like, okay, if like a heavily armed sociopath just came over to your car and pulled out the driver and said, "I'm the driver now, and you are my bros."
I am driver.
I am driver. You are my
Basically, everyone
argue.
does. No one
True.
really questions you when you like take them out of their car, and then replace them as the driver, unless they're like enemies.
Gonna take you for a ride.
For some reason, I've always imagined like Mateus, whenever he has other people in the car, just like narrates like Werner Herzog, as if he's in a documentary. I feel the piercing burn of a bullet into my clavicle.
I never got far enough in Herzog for it to get interesting. I just gave up after like 100 pages.
Oh, delight.
What is?
Watch Grizzly Man one of these days. It's good.
I don't know what it is.
We could use some help around here,
I
mercenary.
remember I still have it somewhere. I got it for free
knew
from
we'd be
like
seeing
my
you.
high
Yeah.
school library.
In fact, I was
Watch it.
coming.
It's good.
Watch it.
We recently lost
Grizzly
I
Man.
was
contact
reading
with
it.
one of our planes over
Is
Hook
that a
Day
book?
Moon.
Are you talking
They
about the
were
same
taking
Werner
heavy fire
Herzog?
and had to ditch.
I
We got
don't know,
limited
man.
time to locate
Maybe.
the downed aircraft.
Werner
I think
Herzog
you're thinking of a different
Collect
Herzog.
Any survivors. If I have to wait for clearance,
Herzog
those men will
TV.
die.
For Sega Genesis.
Herzog's by.
The
Whatever.
sequel.
Hook Day
Grizzly
Moon's
Man for
Korean
Sega
for Black
Genesis.
Gate.
Grizzly
You'll know
Man
why.
for Sega Genesis.
So this mission, I have to rescue some guys who were in a plane crash or something, and I have a time limit before.
Is she ninja kicking a tank?
No, she's
she's
climbing
not.
onto
She's
the
climbing onto it.
gun so she can hijack it.
Oh, for a moment
I
I
hope
thought she was
that,
ninja kicking it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, ninja kicks."
I'm imagining like Grizzly Man for the Genesis, and it's now maybe it's like the Jurassic Park game where like sometimes you're playing as a person, sometimes you're playing as a dinosaur,
Yeah.
sometimes you're playing as dudes studying bears, and sometimes you're playing as bears eating dudes.
You ever see that Jurassic Park game Trespasser, where he was like
Yeah.
a world game where you used to wander around? Grizzly Man would just be like that, where you just be like wandering through the woods until a bear just appeared next to you and mauled you.
Wasn't that like a thing that happened on like some reality show where this guy was like living with bears, and the last time
Yeah.
he got mauled by a bear?
That's what the documentary Grizzly Man was about. They followed around the guy who was making his own reality show about living with bears, and then Werner Herzog took all the footage and then he made a documentary about it. It's good. It's like worth watching.
I will check that out sometime.
So yeah, this time I'm playing a different kind of Crazy Taxi. So yeah, I have to pick these guys up and then bring them back somewhere else. I don't remember where exactly.
Mercenary, your costs are enormous, but none of us know how to drive.
Yeah.
I don't have my license yet.
I got my license suspended for drunk driving again.
Mercenaries 3
I'm
shows.
drunk right now.
The North Korean police pulled him over and took his driver's license.
North Korean
Mercenaries
police
3 show mercenaries.
But
it was the old North Korean, like 16 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
Which meant killing 10 people per strike.
This mission is like when that one friend who you don't really even think of as a friend anymore calls you up and asks you to drive him to his job at McDonald's because he's too baked to drive.
Is this something that happened in your life, Pete?
Not yet.
To be 100%.
In similar situations, yes.
It's like common occurrence.
Not that one specifically.
To be 100% fair, these guys did get like shot out of the sky and they're surrounded by North Korean soldiers, so I mean it's kind of understandable that, you know, they might need some help. Also, that was a really good shot.
That was a beautiful collision.
But yeah. Oh, also the bonus for this mission is to blow up some SAM sites. Pretty simple. Except for when I just went my car.
There to ensure nobody else could ever drive that car again.
Well done. Someone managed to careen off the road and are now on the lunar surface.
We must make allyship with the Moon Men.
I can just see them standing on the moon, like just sort of checking out the lunar lander and saying, "Man, this isn't too hard. I don't know what the big deal was."
Mateus hijacks the lunar lander and then immediately proceeds to crash into a series of rocks.
I'm imagining the North Korean lunar program being like a North Korean lunar program being like the Sam and Max gag, where they just shoved a bunch of matches into a tailpipe.
And it would definitely like have landed on the moon in quotation marks, which is like 30 miles south of this road.
Yeah,
No, that's where
an actual fake moon landing.
They didn't even quite understand that like the lunar landing was like supposedly faked. They just thought that that's what the lunar landing was. Is like just went out into the wood, like the wasteland, and filmed your guys fucking around on the rocks for a while.
Look at all these moon rocks I brought back.
I can like see
that car did a really nice jump.
That was a fantastic jump. That was really jump right there. I can see Kim Jong-un just like releasing a video of North Korea has made it to the moon. It's like just two guys in his backyard wearing fish bowls on their heads, saying and talking
one
to
of
like
them would be
walkie-talkies.
It's like clearly a barbecue in progress in the background.
Be like, I don't know, it's like going from college or something. And like the guy first guy would just say like in North Korean or whatever, "Oh, the moon is so fantastic," and King Jong-un was like,
Everybody's clearly got a beer or two in them already, you know.
one of them trips over and like just the fish shatters and hits the ground.
His helmet flies off.
Now get the survivors back to the
And like
AQ and
everybody's
you'll
like
be
going, "Oh no, he is suffocating to death. Oh no, I mean, stop the camera."
I really wish
moon landing is over.
Nothing more than like a giant Kids in the Hall sketch that never ended.
So yeah, my tank almost blew up, so I have to do the rest of this on foot.
You have to do the rest of it before you land.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Taking like 30 rounds from a high-powered mounted machine gun to the chest. Nothing.
It's nothing.
That's why they pay so much for you, because you're just that good of a mercenary.
He's done enough push-ups that he has like this insane callus in his chest. No, every morning he's woken up and shot himself in the chest, and he's built up a resistance to it, you know? So now,
Yeah.
Like drinking cyanide.
every day.
Well, you know.
His name's actually Clark Kent, but you know, he wasn't really into the whole saving people stuff.
Yeah.
Arceus.
Okay, what the hell do I do now? Oh, wait. I think I summon a vehicle repair for my tank thing.
Just summons a bunch of very confused repairmen.
They just drop a pit crew, all wearing like their Indy 5000 uniforms. Right
Yes, Indy 5000.
I'm on my way.
500, 5,000, whatever.
They're all new people too. They've never existed before this moment.
Yeah.
They were cloned for this and implanted with false
Special
memories.
delivery.
Yeah, just taking out the NASCAR vats.
They come out the NASCAR.
There's my
Oh yeah, the
Repair
cloning
kit.
facility underneath.
There we go.
Underneath the Daytona Speedway.
fully repaired. Just ran over that box. It's fine.
So basically, the entire like NASCAR audience has been cloned from the NASCAR vet.
Yes, the NASCAR vats up the
They've been
speed.
cloned so as to have more people to watch ads.
Let's go already.
The cars running around on the track creates the kinetic energy that powers the chain sequencer.
Very grounded in very firm science here.
This is all very science. They all like emerge blinking from the tube, just sort of like covered in tube slime, and look up into the harsh light. Say drive, because it's the first word their tube father spoken to their unformed ears.
This is getting slow.
Splutters onto the track. Just looks to the sky. He's like, "Get her done."
Well, yeah, the tube father was Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay, you're clear.
They've all been grown from the genetic material of Larry the Cable Guy, which he leaves liberally around in snot rockets, wet farts all across the United States.
Yeah, this wasn't exactly hard to gather genetic material.
Okay, going the wrong way.
I like how completely we've been ignoring your movement from place to place.
He's driving a tank around. He'll do it next video too, probably.
Something interesting happens a little while.
Okay, I'm watching.
But no, not like right here in a little while. I mean, like in a little while.
There's a family in there.
No, it wasn't.
You're right.
I don't think it's ever been implied that Smiler is at all caring about Flash.
I just saw people explode out of that one. I think 3 of them were orphans before they exploded.
They were fine.
They were orphans for about 3 seconds, then they died too.
I'm not sure if that's more sad or less sad.
I'm really happy that there is like a happy horn on this APC.
It's standard issue.
Kind
The
of
South
odd
Korea
that
will
there's
rise
a
again.
North Korean. It's just,
Yeah, can you do
they're
like
this weird.
can you do like a Dukes of Hazzard leap off of like a back of a truck or something?
I think I could do that if I didn't have this tank.
You guys are gonna make me end up buying like the terrible Dukes of Hazzard PS2 game.
You're bad at buying bad games.
I do that all the time. I can't not.
Stop.
It's concerningly good at buying bad games.
He never streams them because he doesn't have the technology required.
Uh-oh.
Thing's about to blow.
Hopefully, my guys. Uh-oh.
I'm good.
One of them's still around. I mean, not around. One of them died.
Oh yeah, that's
The game really doesn't really care if you save like all 3 of them. I mean, you kind of like fail if you don't rescue all of them out of that like one area. But after that, they really don't care as long as you bring one back.
This thing's like $20 used. What the heck?
Because no one owns it. For once, no one bought a game, and they all just like burnt them.
They all just saw Dukes of Hazzard based on the movie starring
It wasn't based on the movie. That was the even weirder thing.
That is really weird.
It came out 2 years before, but its most notable feature is that when you go over a jump, you get bonus points if you honk your horn.
That is kind of fantastic.
That's
pretty good
That's
feature.
pretty much all Dukes of Hazzard has going for it. So
I know.
it's
Dukes of Hazzard-
surprising.
Dukes of Hazzard should just be the Rush 2 stunt track, but like placed into like a deep stealth setting. That's all it needs to be.
I really want to play Rush Stunt again. That was like the best thing
Yeah, it's like the best part of that game.
Conspicuous, guys. This is definitely like what North Korean civilians drive around in.
Yeah.
There were a couple of really bad PS1 Dukes of Hazzard games that were Twisted Metal knockoffs.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that
That's
is kind of
pretty
incredible.
amazing.
Dukes of Hazzard and Dukes of Hazzard 2 Daisy Dukes it out.
Please tell me that's the actual title.
It is.
Yes, amazing.
Oh, so I'm
Right.
pretty sure the Americans are going to be happy that I'm bringing back their like injured soldiers in a Hummer.
I would be.
Nothing is more America than
taste
a
of
Hummer.
home.
Also, this Hummer is really, really fast. I kind of wonder if this is actually just like, you know, result of a licensing agreement. You can put the Hummer in your game, but you have to make it the best vehicle in the game.
Yeah, I noticed that with like Tom Clancy games, there's like clearly weapons that they've gotten endorsements from like the actual gun manufacturers for that are just way too good. Like, any American-made like any American-made weapon is like 1,000 times better than any other gun in the game.
Because
I'm
it's
still
Tom Clancy,
upset.
dude. There's nothing more American than that.
I'm still upset that it's not a stretch Hummer. I'm gonna say it.
I love stretch Hummers.
I need it to be a stretch Hummer.
Like one of my favorite pictures is this picture of a giant stretch Hummer, and on the side it says "fuck the poor" written in huge white letters. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
Basically what Stretch Hummers say.
It's
Like, they just say it without the words actually being written on.
And they're a bit more subtle about it. Nuanced.
There's nothing subtle about a Hummer.
just like fuck the poor. It turns around like a corner.
And F the popo.
I just want like some rich white kids with their collars popped, like standing through the sky roof with like a megaphone shouting "Fuck you!" as you drive by.
Survivors safely rescued. And
Just like chugging a bottle of Cristal like it's nothing.
Payment's on its way.
Stuff sucks. I'm not getting wasted fast enough.
Yeah.
Good work here, Mateus.
Excellent, Mateus.
There
Yeah.
were thousands of casualties. Good work.
It's literally thousands.